My friends, welcome to Once Upon a Pipe. This evening I am coming to you from the Arboretum, and I wish I had the time to edit and show you just what a gorgeous area this is. Unfortunately, on the post-production side, I simply won't have time to do that, but this is a phenomenal spot, and I've just picked out a little location here that provides a little bit of shade as well as allowing the sun to shine down on me. I'm coming off the heels of a very, very challenging and busy weekend. We had 7 soccer games in 3 days between 4 boys, as well as a Bible quiz meet, which was done virtually. And so the feeling that I have is exhaustion. I feel exhausted. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. I don't know, but I read a comment on one of the pipe pages that someone else felt the same way. They were just exhausted. Felt like they can't catch their breath. That's how I felt the past, really, month and a half or so. A couple Tuesdays ago, on September the 29th, I took a written exam for the FAA private pilot's license. And thanks to the generosity of my current employer, I have been able to start back flying, or taking flight lessons, I should say. About 16 years ago, I started taking flight lessons. And let me just tell you, it is remarkably harder this time. Just on the study end of it, very, very, very challenging. And part of that is having 5 kids. My attention is divided. I'm 15, 16 years older, so I can't pull those all-nighters like I used to be able to. And, staying up till 1 o'clock, 1:30, getting up at 6 o'clock, that just doesn't happen anymore. As a matter of fact, to prepare for this written exam, I spent a lot of time at Panera Bread. It is the only place, believe it or not, the only coffee shop that's open till 9:30, where I can actually go, sit down, get a cup of coffee, and study. So I would basically go there around 7 o'clock to 7:30-ish, and then I'd stay till 9:30 and study for my written. It is so much harder this time. Come 9:30, my eyeballs are done. I mean, they're done. They're just, a little bit of water coming out of them as I'm straining to read the text and watch the videos. But it has been very, very challenging. At least I will say this: I did pass my written exam. I did not do near as well as I wanted to, and I didn't do near as well as I did 15 years ago when I took it. That being said, something that came to my mind in looking over this last month and a half or so of reading and preparing for that, and having to take a test, which I haven't had to do in many, many years, it hit me about this fear of failure. Have you ever been afraid to fail? I have to admit, I was afraid to fail. And part of the anxiety of taking that test was not having, that 100% confidence that I was going to pass. I hated that feeling. I wonder if that comes with getting older, or, you know, having my attention divided so many different ways that I couldn't put a lot of focus into this area of studying. I don't know. But I will say this, I do have a great deal of respect for those men and women that decide to go back and take courses or classes, or finish up a degree later on in life. My good friend in Chicago, Aaron, did that. And after I took that written exam, I wrote him, I said, man, I have a lot of respect for you going back and getting another degree, you know, later on in life, because that was very challenging for him. And he did well. But yeah, it's been busy, and I'm glad I passed. Just some updates here. Love to tell you that everything is great in the world. Obviously, it's not. As we head into November and to the elections and all that stuff, life is crazy, and it's been crazy. I'm still trying to figure out where September went. September came and went. We're already halfway through November. I wanted to do so many more posts than what I've done. But life is extremely busy. A lot of people are worried about elections. Who's going to be our next president? That was toxic for me in the midst of studying, so I had to quit. I had to tune out, if you will, for a little while. Just, you know, being overloaded with the social media and the news, and it's almost like a cancer. Or I'll say a carcinogenic. It's like sugar. We know that sugar is in many ways not good for you. It causes a lot of problems. But it's the addiction to it that keeps us coming back. And the news is the same way. You know, we hate it sometimes, but at the same time, we keep coming back to it, and then we watch it, and then we get mad, and then we come back to it again, and then we get mad, or frustrated, or stressed by the things that we see, and we keep thinking, oh, we'll turn it off, but then we come back to it and get mad again, frustrated. So I just finally I didn't watch any news. I'd get home, and I just turned it off, guys. Turned it off. I haven't turned off the world, but I turned off all of that mess. I realized that trying to study now and having 5 kids, that's hard enough. I can't have my attention divided so much. So I just, I tuned that stuff out, got down to the books, and you know what? I haven't missed it. Haven't missed it at all. As a matter of fact, I actually find myself wanting to study. I actually find myself looking forward to those moments of sitting at Panera or some coffee shop where I'm able to sit down, open a book, and study. That's a good feeling. Good feeling. Tell you another good feeling is enjoying this pipe. This is my Missouri corn cob. And tonight, while in this absolutely beautiful spot, I am smoking a bowl of Boswell's Bear Blend. I'll leave that up long enough so you guys can, if you're not familiar with Boswell's, look at that information. I'll put a link to it in the description. But this is a good blend. And Boswell's is a very, very respectable pipe shop. I'm only familiar with them through the online experience of ordering, but I will say they do an excellent job. Their customer service is top notch, and so that is definitely a place, if you are not familiar with them, that I would encourage you to visit. I appreciate you tuning in. I wish so bad I could take you around and show you this spot here. It is a beautiful, beautiful spot. So if you were ever in the Lexington area, please stop by the Arboretum. Great place to come and take pictures, walk, jog around the track, just kind of hang out. Glad I was able to come here. My friends, God bless you. And as always, thank you for tuning in to Once Upon a Pipe.